welcome to Murderhobos Anonymous. We are here in Gaithersburg, Maryland at the Playmore Games store, playing some 5th edition D&D. Thanks for joining us. Before we get started, I have a couple things to go over. The music that you might hear, might have heard during the pre-show, is from the Guild Wars 2 soundtrack, which you can find at soundcloud.com/arenanet. Any sort of background effects you might hear, like this spooky dungeon sound there, is from tabletopaudio.com, and any of the battle effects that I might play at some point are from battlebards.com. We are playing 5th edition D&D. We're running through the Tales from the Yawning Portal adventure, and we're playing with some house rules and third-party sources, which you can find most of them in the stream window below on Twitch or in the description of the video on YouTube. So, when last we played, you guys were deep in a crypt, all up in that crypt, in a puzzle that was puzzling. I believe Nico, who is not here today, fittingly, tried to walk up some stairs that were flanked by some carved heads, and the head started to babble when he stepped on it, and then he became too weak to continue and took a seat at the stairs, and doesn't seem to be moving much. Still alive, just kind of head down, too weak, hardly able to hold himself up. I think, did Asara try the dim stairs?
Yes, and then I fell down them.
And you fell down them, took some damage, and then
Erd,
you tried the colorful stairs, and you tried to ascend them, and it was on a treadmill, basically, on a stair step.
Ended with me stepping.
And then
Yep, ended with Gailram not being able to be heard. Hey, someone has their cell phone audio on.
however you did remind
At least we know what that is now.
Yeah.
So we don't spend the first 30 to 45 minutes of the stream trying to figure out why there was an echo.
It's the first time I brought it, I specifically brought it for chats for Twitch.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yes, we were left with the stairs with the statue on it. And I think Gailram was just about to step up when we ran out of time. So, Gailram, you step up, and the statue animates, which is of no surprise to anyone who watched the last episode, because the token wasn't hidden. And it's a statue without a face. It's very scary.
It's a faceless man? Oh,
Yes.
crap. Pretty.
Yeah, he's a slender man.
Oh shit, I didn't see the 7 notes coming in here. Alright.
So don't forget you have control of the Chromebook there, so just click to, there you go. So I think this is where you roll for initiative. Unfortunately, this is a solo thing. So it's just Gailram who rolls for initiative.
Oh.
Nice 4 though, I'm glad you used that up.
Yeah, hopefully it won't come back.
21.
Oh no, Gailram, can you handle this on your own?
Probably not.
Gailram, it is your turn.
I would like to rage against the faceless thing and attack.
Rage against the
Alright.
Rage against the dying of the
Let me do
light.
some music here. Appropriate epic combat music for an epic combat.
22, I believe, to hit. Yes, 22 to hit.
That just hits. Shatter Spike doesn't do anything against constructs, right?
No, it was
No,
just
that's
what you call it.
yeah, that's
32 points of damage from a
Really
plus,
good chocolate bars.
the +2 Great Axe.
Wow. Oh, let me check. Well, it's magical, so it probably doesn't matter.
modifier up to 24. So
That hits.
that's 24.
He's still up.
My turn.
I guess I get to hit you.
You do.
Oh my goodness.
So he's gonna swing with his longsword. Dun dun dun. Oh, and he's not set up right. That's alright. 15.
Just misses because of the
Just
bracers.
misses. Woo, bracers. Second attack is a 16. That hits for 6 slashing.
On the nose.
And it is now your turn.
I got a reckless, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna miss with a 17.
Nope. Yeah, he's got longsword and shield. Seems to be made out of armor.
So 21.
That hits.
That would be 27.
He drops. And the armor clanking onto the ground makes a curious sound.
It has a very specific clank.
Yeah, it's weird. Seems to happen a lot around here.
We hear that noise quite frequently. It's a conspiracy.
So,
It is.
yes, you can ping if you hold the mouse button down.
That's nice to know.
That's how I ping as well. So you are able to defeat the helmed horror and step up to the you reach the crystal cylinder and you hear the voice again. Still not able to figure out where the voice is coming from.
All behind the curtain. Goddamn you wizard.
So you have passed the first test. Perhaps you are not the fools you first seemed, but it will take the best tool of your most clever person to breach these crystal walls. Your time is running out. You feel even weaker. You also see the all of the stairs go back to normal now. Although for some reason Nico's still really weak and isn't doing anything. He's super lazy.
He just needs a nap.
Nico needs a nap. That's all it is.
Yeah. He's,
So our most clever.
he needs
person-
a Snickers is what he needs.
No, not it.
Galbert does a once around of the statue.
I think that's our most clever person. Maybe.
I can be clever. Maybe.
Well, I just want to see what we see first. Now that we're closer, we can get a little.
I said the best weapon of our most clever person.
So the surface of the crystal cylinder, inside of it you can see there is a potion. It's cold to the touch and has no visible gaps.
Well, the first thing, which is obviously going to be the wrong thing, I tried to lift it.
Does not work.
Yeah, I was about to say it's probably maybe ice. I don't know.
Well, I touch it, it's just cold, right? It doesn't like burn my hands. It doesn't. I can touch it fine, correct?
Yeah, it's just cold. It's just cool to the touch.
Try firing it.
I'm gonna try produce flame.
Okay.
That doesn't hit.
You produce flame. You throw it at it. Whoosh. Nothing.
Okay.
I take the bunt end of my axe, like I turn it around so some of the handle is still. And I try pushing that through so it's not like any physical part of me is going through the glass.
Yeah, when you do that, let's see. Actually, no, that doesn't work. Doesn't work. Yeah, you hit it with the end of the staff and it just ping off. So remember, it says, but it will take the best tool of your most clever person to breach these crystal walls.
So what's the best tool of an adventurer?
No, the most clever person is him.
Okay, so what's your best tool, Faith?
Don't look at me when it comes to. I mean, I could try to.
It's either
summon
that or
Jeff.
we're all gonna float here.
I could try to summon Jeff. I mean,
I don't know if this is a Jeff kind of puzzle.
it really is not a Jeff kind of puzzle.
I don't know
He
if it
also
fits.
wouldn't fit in the room.
He is the rule.
Also,
He would become the room, and then you would no longer become.
yeah, that would not be a good thing. That'd be my most clever, or that would be my best tool of the most cleverest. Well, actually, the sword, but I don't know what the.
I'll set it to it and just touch my holy symbol to it.
Oh.
Doesn't work. Most clever person, best tool. Tool.
Bam!
Thieves.
Well, I mean, if
Nico has some
Unfortunately-
thieves' tools on him.
Unfortunately, our thief is like taking a nap.
Well, he's still in the room. He's just
Yeah, I
taking.
go grab his thieves' tools and I try.
Okay, you try.
Yeah.
And nothing happens.
Oh, so who's the smartest one of us?
Him.
Dude, use these.
That's why I said he's really clever.
Yeah.
My intelligence is only at 12. I'm not the smartest.
I'm an 8.
I'm an 8.
14?
so it's
Okay,
her.
you take these.
Okay,
Well, I mean-
I'll try.
Clever can also be wisdom.
So you take one of the picks and you're like, I don't know how to use this thing, and you poke it in, and a lock appears when you poke the cylinder, and then you're just able to turn it and click, and the cylinder disappears.
I am good.
So what happens if we were all 8 intelligence? Would government have actually been able to open it?
Maybe.
You can see, so the cylinder unlocks and sort of fades away, and inside there is a potion bottle. But as you reach forward, there seems to be an invisible barrier blocking you, and you can see a glyph on the side of the pillar that it's sitting on.
Or what?
And the one more time you hear a voice, but it seems to be coming from the stone itself. So you have reached my altar, but your time is nearly exhausted, and the cure is just beyond your reach. Trust your souls to the gods, foolish mortals.
This is on you, then.
I pray.
I got a soda. Leave the religion to you guys.
I'm a really bad paladin. Especially in that now.
Let's put my hand to it and just cast a spare the dying into the glyph.
And the glyph flares and disappears, and the invisible wall disappears.
What?
And from the pillar hops out you're able to pick up the potion bottle.
Yay!
And from inside of the stone itself, a creature pops out.
Uh-oh.
It's so cute.
Hey, he's adorable. Don't you dare kill it.
Roll a religion.
You might still have the highest religion out of everybody.
Not me.
14.
Nope, I don't know nothing.
Oops.
Why is going?
Did you roll a 20?
Yeah, but that still totals to a 19, which I think is still the highest.
So you go to like start attacking this thing, and then you're like, holy crap, this is a coatl. And for some reason, you know what a coatl is it's a very, very good serpent-like celestial.
Mama Frogbeard used to read me all kinds of stories before bed.
And if you would click to make the token disappear, I can then show you this, and you can click on that to make it bigger.
Oh, I love it.
And that is a coatl.
Can we keep it?
Yeah. I think it's adorable.
Ew.
It's getting used to the lag of this. That's the issue.
Get a really cool miniature of one.
And the coatl says.
In Celestial, probably, maybe, hopefully.
No, he's been speaking in common. Actually, his languages are listed as all,
Yeah. That's nice.
because he actually speaks telepathically. So, And the seeing the coatl sees that you are not attacking it and smiles and says, and thank you for freeing me from my long imprisonment.
You're most welcome.
Allow me to give you several gifts to aid you in your travels. The bottle that you have taken is a potion of healing. Yay! So Wyron has a potion of healing. Yay!
How could that cure the poison?
It was simply it was an illusion in your mind. You all feel much better now.
Silly, goofy illusionists.
Stupid noodle playing with Gilbert's mind.
Stupid noodle?
That's what he saw.
It's not a noodle.
He's ate it all.
So he gives you 3 special treasures.
Ooh. The weapons, don't give them to me.
They are not actually weapons. He gives you a mirror, a necklace, and I think this is literally what it looks like. A set of scales.
Ooh.
Scales or scales?
Like scales.
Okay.
And gems that go with the scales.
Yeah.
So he gives you a balance of harmony. The scale bears celestial symbols on one pan and fiendish symbols on the other. You can use a scale to cast Detect Evil and Good as a ritual. Doing so requires you to place the scale on a solid surface, then sprinkle the pans with holy water or place a transparent gem with 100 gold in each pan, so that's the gems. The scale remains motionless if it detects nothing, tips to one side or the other for good, consecrated, or evil, desecrated, and fluctuates slightly if it detects a creature appropriate to the spell but neither good nor evil. By touching the scales after casting the ritual, you instantly learn any information the spell can normally convey, and then the effect ends. So they are balances of detect evil and good.
Keep that in the party.
Yeah, you have defined sense.
Well, no, I don't need it, but I was saying we basically have Ma'at scales from Egyptian mythology.
If I were a paladin or priest of Helm, it'd be
Post this in the...
God of Justice.
I know, but I have the ability to already sense both.
It's still kind of a thing of, yeah, it's a holy relic of ours.
Wow, did we not have any treasure last week? I don't think we did. I think we wasted all our time on this puzzle.
Yep. Yeah, kind of.
Well, no, we got here like late. We were messing around with it for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was a late start, I think.
And
The only thing we did was found secret passages, pretty much.
Yeah,
skipped a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we did our typical. Let's skip everything.
So you got the balance of harmony, and then there's a mirror. It's a mirror of the past. The holder of this platinum hand mirror can learn something about the history of a specific object or creature by taking an action to gaze into the mirror and think of the target. Instead of the holder's reflection, the mirror presents scenes from the target's past. Information conveyed is accurate but is random and cryptic, and presented in no particular order. Once it is activated, the mirror gives its information for 1 minute or less, then returns to normal. It can't be used again until the next dawn.
That sounds like fun.
So think of Gaelrum's mother, and then...
Yeah, let's not do that. I was actually thinking about that,
Yeah,
but let's not do
that's
that.
exactly what I was thinking while I was reading it.
I was like, ooh, hey, we can
Which
figure
also
out-
means I'd have to think of something for that.
So you definitely don't want us to do that.
Well, we get to put the DM on the spot for a change. Right?
And then the necklace looks like this. And now you're ready for Tomb of Annihilation. The periapt of wound closure. While you wear this pendant, you stabilize whenever you are dying at the start of your turn. In addition, whenever you roll a hit die to regain hit points, double the number of hit points it restores.
So one of the two of us. Yeah.
Which is awesome for our hit dice rules.
Yeah.
I have a character with this
Actually, I should
in
probably
a...
take it since I can heal.
I mean, I've been hogging a lot of the magic items.
Well, it doesn't affect your healing.
No, but it keeps me stabilized, so therefore we have a stabilized healer as opposed to a healer going down, or we give it to him.
Although, keep in mind what stabilize means.
Yeah, I know.
It means that you regain 1 hit point after 1d4 hours. It's not you are up,
Yeah, I know.
but you stabilize.
You just stop dying.
So then the war cleric who might have a healing spell, maybe, could do something.
I have one or two.
So,
Maybe healing word.
So the question is who do we give it to?
That was
Did
a
you
weird
hear R2D2?
That
Okay.
was cell phone.
Okay.
Spare the
I
dying
said,
in an item.
I have a,
Huh?
I have
essentially
bracelets of
spare the
defense and a
dying
+2 weapon
in an
already,
item.
so.
What?
I said I have bracelets of defense and a +2 weapon already, so.
I have
Louise,
a
I
staff
have
that I never use.
A weapon, and that's it.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll take. You have a staff?
Remember I have the lightning staff.
You weren't here for the Mario Kart race. We got magic items from that. Technically, there's more magic items. We just.
I've got a +1 sword and a berserker axe.
Yeah. And there's a whole bunch.
Really? I have the least amount of magic items here?
You could take the whistle that we got day
Level
one.
is that?
Why don't you take the whistle we got day one?
Because I'm not the kind of person to use a whistle to raise dead.
I mean, you can be.
What if they're bear skeletons for Jeff?
Jeff has not asked me to raise dead. Oh wait, sorry, I have a tomb of the treasure of the Fire Lords.
See?
Hey, I'll take that
We
whistle.
really got to work on a spreadsheet for magic items. 'Cause we have a shit ton that nobody bothers
Okay, he'll
to.
take the whistle.
Hey, I'll just take that whistle because you never know when you need to bring back the dead so they can fight some more.
Exactly.
Double the war, double the fun.
So what you doing with this coatl?
Would you like to come with us?
Oh, I've been imprisoned a long time.
Would you like to go on?
I would like to head back to the Celestial Plains. If there's anything else I can do before I leave,
Unless you can bless us, or
he gives you a hug.
Yay!
would you happen to know about a piece of a staff?
I was gonna say, you know where the staff's at?
I don't know anything about the ruins. I was imprisoned here before they were finished. Before they finished building it.
Anything you think of that you could tell us about that? I'm trying to think.
You open the door that closed?
What door?
Oh yeah, the door.
No, I mean, what door did? What closed?
The door behind us, the one that kept.
Oh, it
trapped us.
opens after the
Oh.
puzzle is done. Oh no, he turns and he looks at the door and the door opens.
Do you know how to get to the? He doesn't know anything about it, so he wouldn't know how to get to the top.
Nope. He'll just plane shift or whatever to get back. I can offer some amount of restoration if needed.
Sure.
What's it
I
do?
could
Of
take
the
a
lesser
heal.
degree and perhaps of the greater degree.
Oh, restoration. I guess.
No.
I don't need it.
I just need to be healed.
I could use health.
I can totally use health.
Heal.
I need some health myself.
Aren't one,
'Cause somehow
He
I,
he reaches out with his end of his
partially
tail and touches you.
doesn't one
And
of you still have a second curse?
No, I think we're okay.
yeah, it's
Like, Nico had like a ton. I don't know what Nico had going on. I just had the stupid sewer blade. We're good on that.
Can you take him with you?
touches you and you can have 8 healing, 8 hit points of healing there. And he'll touch you. And you can have 2 hit points.
So,
Anyone else?
hey, it's better than nothing.
And he sees that you're still a little. Are you still a bit hurt? So he'll touch you again. 7.
okay, that's better. Thank you. Thank you for the.
I don't know why my hit points are so low.
Are you hungry? I can make some food and water.
Is it a
So
hero
can
thief?
I.
No, it's great food and water.
Because, you know, some of you were getting blasted to hell while
No. I
some
need
like
Would you
me
be able to
went.
take our friend
No, I need
Nico
that.
with you and clear his mind? Get Nico out of here.
Oh,
you
Nico's
take-
fine. Nico's fine. He's just sitting. He's sitting on
Nico's
the
taking a
steps.
nap.
Yeah.
He needs a rest.
I guess we'll be out of here.
Oh, he says, "Oh, you want to get rid of Nico? Okay,
That's fine.
gone.
Bye, Nico.
Nico's gone. Just disappears.
Nico will return in Nico's Revenge.
Actually, the co-adult will just cast Dream on Nico, which does a lot more than that.
He dreams. He's useful.
I need to bring my level 17 bard and cast a modified dream.
I'm sorry, now I'm picturing Nico. Whoops.
And
Now
now
I'm picturing
Falcor?
Nico.
Vanish.
No, like a dog that's in the middle of sleeping and the legs twitching.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
So I guess we want to go back out. So I don't think there's any other doors.
Ah, son of a goat.
And then the co-adult wriggles goodbye and disappears.
There's my spell.
I loved him.
Oh, it's cute.
All right, you guys face to the wall and are suddenly out on the other side of that secret door.
Yay.
Let's go through the other one.
Yeah, I think you guys were split between the two there, so.
Wait, are we missing? Not Nico. The bottle.
Already?
Already.
I loved him. I wanted him to come with me.
That would be kind of cool.
Also, at some point, I get snakes.
It wasn't a snake.
I know, it's serpentine though. I can get flying snakes. Type of snake.
So you open the secret door. Walk in. Everyone walks in before you realize what's in the room. An amber haze drifts in this room, which is unoccupied. Strangely shaped and colored mirrors hang on the walls, and a large oblong stone basin stands in the middle of the floor. The basin is about 10 feet long, 5 feet wide, and 3 feet tall. It is filled with a steaming golden liquid. The red mirror on the eastern wall seems to be composed of fiery glass and framed in bronze. Light beams are broken by the mirror into myriad flames, and ghostly shapes seem to flicker in its depths. On the northern wall there are two mirrors, a striking black one of obsidian framed in lacquered wood, and a stark white mirror with a wrought iron frame. The black mirror has a distinctive earthy color and the blackness of subterranean caverns, but it seems of crude construction and reflects objects only when they are close to it. The white mirror has a pungent odor of nutmeg and spice, and its depths are gelid and smoky. The mirror that hangs on the western wall is in a stone frame and is blue in color. Reflections in this mirror ripple as if the viewer were looking into a pool of water. What would you like to do?
Look at the steaming golden pool.
Okay.
Push Nico in.
Nico's not with you.
Nico is floating.
Nico phased out of existence for a little while, he'll be fine.
Nico is floating.
Nico sticks his hand in and swirls it around and takes his hand out. Doesn't seem to do anything. It's very warm, but they're very hot, but it doesn't burn you and it doesn't seem to do anything to hands.
He wants to put another body part in. Huh?
It's because it's pee.
Steaming bee.
Ew.
It's opaque, not translucent. It's a golden liquid.
Somebody has a serious.
I was gonna say somebody's got a really bad urinary tract infection.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Do we want to take the mirrors at the same time or one at a time? That's the question.
It's for us, same time.
Yeah, sure.
Unless somebody wants to sit in this stuff like it's a bathtub.
It looks bathtubby, doesn't it?
It
really
does look like a bathtub.
Garum Hobson.
Oh,
Okay.
come on, I was gonna do it.
Splash. You notice that when the water splashes out of the basin, it hits the floor and is just a colored water. Seems to
Ew,
have
it is pee.
Yeah. But when inside the tub, it's fine. So all of your non-magical objects on your body not including you. Technically, that would include your clothes and all of the non-magical objects. Appeared to be made of gold. Now.
That would be hard to move in golden clothing. A little stiff.
Garrett literally just wears like a little sash. That's it.
And now it's
Your sash is now
Now you have a
golden fabric.
And like I guess the tips of my weapon, because it was just mostly the handle or the tips of the blades.
No, the whole. I mean, if it's a non-magical weapon,
Oh, not
magical weapons are.
fine.
yeah, magical weapons aren't affected. Any like dagger you might have had, the whole dagger is gold.
No,
Couldn't
just
it be
that
silver?
dagger that I gave my father that I guess returned to us. So I guess it kind of worked in
Yeah.
that sense.
Why couldn't it be silver?
So how much gold do we
I
have
mean,
now?
So you get out of the tub and you're adorned in gold finery.
sweet.
All of the loincloth is gold.
Okay, a curiosity. I'm pulling out a dagger,
Yep.
and I'm putting the dagger in the thing.
Yep.
Does it turn to gold?
You pull it out.
Yeah.
You pull it out and it's made of gold.
Okay. Is it soft like gold, or is it strong like the dagger?
It still functions as a dagger, but it is appears to have turned the object into gold.
Because gold
The
ornament.
Midas tub.
It's King Midas stuff.
It's
Well, except
it's
it's not
tempered
really
gold, so it still
Okay.
works.
Alright. 'Cause I was gonna say, because golden armor.
Gold doesn't temper either.
Yeah, I know, but
it's,
whatever. It's fantasy.
It's fantasy. It's like Minecraft. A gold sword totally works.
And diamonds so much.
You can make a block of diamond.
Well, with enough of it, you probably.
And I believe the scale of Minecraft is a 1 meter block. So it's
Yeah.
a block of diamond is a 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter block of diamond.
That's a lot of freaking diamonds.
It's a solid diamond.
Big diamond.
And somehow you only get 9 diamonds out of it. It's really weird.
Yeah.
They're really big diamonds.
They are. They're huge diamonds,
Yeah,
but
they're
there's definitely some diminishing returns, except that you can turn the 9 diamonds back into the block again. So where does the excess, where's the entropy?
So,
We're all huge nerds.
yeah, we're total nerds here. Just because the idea of a blue dragonkin wearing shiny gold armor amuses the break out of me, I'm going to jump to the top.
Okay, you're wearing regular armor?
What am I wearing?
You're not wearing magical armor?
No, I do not have
Yeah,
magic.
your armor is now gold.
Woohoo!
Have fun moving around in that.
Seems to be fine. This is Minecraft armor, it's fine, don't worry.
Alright, I'm just gonna go over to the dark spoofy mirror because that's probably the most that does.
The black one?
Yeah.
Just gonna dip one of my holy symbols in.
Oh, my holy symbols are totally gold now.
We dip a couple burps in it.
No.
My holy symbol is a bear.
What?
What's it gonna do? It's gonna turn the feathers gold?
No, my holy symbol is a bear holding a biscuit and a beer.
Yes.
Now I need that drawn somewhere. You need to draw a
So
bear holding a biscuit and a beer.
you approach the black mirror,
Yep, and have my soul sucked out.
and you see your reflection in the mirror as you get close, and it blurs, and then reappears in ancient garb, as if depicting a previous incarnation. It says in Ulman, which you conveniently understand, "Command me to answer, and I shall."
Answer.
Nothing happens.
Question.
You're telling this to Kelvin though. I have to play the character.
I know. But you're dumb, not that stupid.
Commanded to tell you where the rod is.
I mean, for a dumb character, you do a lot of smart things.
Yeah, it's because he's wise. This is hilarious.
It is smart to kill everything in sight.
He asks where the top is.
Nothing happens.
Walk forward.
Nothing happens.
While he's looking at the dark mirror, I'm going
Can
to
I wear
look
it?
at one of the other.
Can I wear you?
Are you gonna reach and touch the mirror?
Of course, because it's Galram.
Make a Christmas saving throw.
Oh, yeah, that's my best stat.
It's my best. Oh wait, which mirror did you go to? Because remember, you might have a +3.
The black one, which is
It's not gonna matter.
That's
north
a 4
wall.
on the die.
So you're at this one.
So just outside of my range.
I mean, you can be by it. You're currently sitting in the tub, so.
That is true. Well, I was
Even
getting out of the tub.
with the +3, it's a 10. So
Oh, well.
yeah.
Well, that is not enough.
Yep.
You had a 4 and a die, so.
So, any creature who touches the black mirror must succeed on a DC 13 Charisma saving throw, or all valuable metals and gems in its possession turn into lead and glass.
So all of your gold, everything that you have that's golden just turned into...
Ah, freedom.
Yeah, now you're gonna die of lead poisoning. So yeah, all of your
shiny.
golden loincloth
That's why I'm like freedom.
is now lead cloth.
No, it's not lead. Which
It's not lead. It's
Don't.
even heavier.
Yeah.
And all your valuables in your pack are now not valuable. But
We haven't split the gold up since like episode 4.
Yeah, so all that gold is now not gold.
Yeah, that's fine.
So climb back in the tub.
That's what I was planning to do.
Okay, I get out of the tub. Because I am not taking a bath with
Guillermo
that.
goes cannonballing in.
it doesn't work anymore.
Oh, shit.
I want to check the north window mirror thing.
Then the top north
Top,
mirror.
yeah. The not north, it's north.
So I think this is the white mirror.
Why is it always the two of us doing the stupid things?
Reflections. Let's see. So you walk up to the white mirror, and your reflection is blurred by what looks like a fine mist. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I was like looking for dice. Woohoo! That is a 22.
Indeed, it is. Finally, just rolled on.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. So you feel like you are about to be stunned, but you're not anymore.
Ah! It didn't get me. Okay, what about the mirror next to me? The other mirror.
The
Not north,
east
north.
mirror.
Yes.
Let's see. Eastern wall is red. When you look in the red mirror, you see a ghostly white form next to your own reflection. The ghostly image takes, let's see, it turns into, let's see. It's a quandary for your character.
Oh,
Can I ask your character a personal question?
you may.
And of course, it would be you that would be answering, not your
Yes.
character. How do you imagine your character would die?
Doing something extremely stupid.
Like what?
I don't.
You see Guillermo
Setting off the setting off that bloody sword.
Like what? Sorry?
Setting off the bloody sword. I finally hit something, and then it like explodes in my hand.
So you see the ghostly form turn into the +1 longsword that you have carried at your side for millennia at this point.
However many.
If you counted a time in a linear fashion, of which time travelers cannot possibly, then you see you are attacking a monstrous creature, and you hit really, really well. And then the sword explodes, and you're ripped apart, sundered apart in millions of pieces, and you die. And then and your reflection disappears from the mirror. And all you can see in the mirror is that sword.
Figures. I walk away.
Okay.
Can Guillermo go back to his mirror? Is the armor still there?
The what?
The black mirror, is the armor still in it? If Guillermo walks back over?
You see yourself in garb that looks similar to some of the
Right.
the depictions of the temple.
But it still like asks me a question. So Galworm's just standing there going like, move, open, this, like he's just blabbing.
Yeah, nothing's happening. You don't seem to be commanding him right.
I command you to move.
I command you to move?
Doesn't seem like you're commanding him right.
We don't have the command spell.
Shouldn't have put that hyphen there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey, wait a minute.
other people could look in the mirrors.
Hey, lizard folk, come over here.
Lizard folk?
Oh, well,
We've known each other
now
long
I know
enough.
how Galrum dies.
Galrum dies in his sleep.
She can try.
No. Galrum dies in his sleep. Because of a gash across the throat. All right, I'm going to look at the black mirror.
You see a Galrum in traditional ancient garb.
Okay.
Command
I
it.
see bandit.
Command it.
To what?
Answer.
I command it to answer. And I actually command spell it.
You cast the command
yes.
spell and you say answer,
Yes.
and it nods, and then waits.
I move
Where's
in
the
armor.
rod?
Yeah.
So the one-word command answer would give you 3 yes or no questions.
Shite.
Are we close to the top?
It nods.
Is the rod up at the top?
It nods.
So we really think of the last one.
Is there a secret passage in this room?
It nods, and then it fades away.
Damn it. We would have found the secret passageway anyways.
That was a good question. I mean, compared to.
And just to clarify, there's other than the, I guess actually you went through a door, not a secret passage. So yeah, there is a secret passage in this room.
Okay, southern stairs, or southern mirror, or mirror that's west. That's not west, but south.
Yeah, west. Oh, that one.
That thing. The bottom mirror.
Who's looking at it?
I'll look at it.
You'll
Looks
look
like
at
I've done the other 2. I might as well. Or 3.
No, I'm saying this is. I could take this one. You took 2. I could take this one.
Okay, well, we'll let Galvin take this one. I'll stand behind him and just
I'm
keep an eye
holding
on
back so I can remove a curse.
I'm just waiting for the one that where like our mirror image comes out and we fight it.
it. Yeah, I know.
The mirror in the western wall.
saw
You
that
see inside what appears to be a pool of water. It looks like it's just glass, and there's a pool of water inside. Sort of rippling.
It's got room, even though he just got everything turned to lead, he's still going to try to attempt to touch it.
All right, make a charisma save.
You get +3.
Oh, but it's not going to help.
Actually, it will.
It will help, so 20, plus 24.
Feel like you're being pulled into the glass, but you resist.
Damn it, Nico's not here.
You've got a thing that shatters things?
No.
You know, maybe a spike that shatters things?
I know. I take out Shatter Spike,
Okay.
and this mirror is looking really evil. So I poke it.
Roll to attack.
Well, I was just going to say tap it. Tap, tap, tap.
Tap it, attack.
Yeah, that one's your new lucky die.
I know.
What'd you roll?
Another 20.
Of course. Roll
But not-
damage,
but not
although I
on the
really don't need to
Purple die on the other
ask.
die. It was on the greenish thing.
Roll all your dice. You're rolling an extra die because it's your half orc? Okay, 3, yeah. Good.
37.
37, that is definitely more than 20. The glass, you poke it with Shatter Spike, and it cracks spider web through, and then the whole sheet of glass
Shatter?
shatters. And you've seen in the movies when aquariums shatter. Yeah, it's the same thing.
So water's now
Just
flooding.
water comes flooding out of the mirror frame, knocking you back, splashing all over the place. Everyone got wet.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. They look in the pool.
In the which pool? The pool of water, the golden stuff.
The golden pool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Even when they mix with water, it's probably still like in the tub thing.
Yeah, you don't really notice a change.
I think Geller sticks his head in where the aquarium was, like where the mirror was. Or does he just? Is there just
Yeah, there's
Okay.
just there's a
Look up and make sure there's no glass that's gonna like fall and decapitate you.
yeah. Looks like the mirror wasn't a mirror, but had some sort of magical glass, and you
Everyone's
broke it, and now
die.
it's
He's
just
gonna
a.
die stupidly from a trap.
That is true.
Yeah, he's just gonna stick his head in and.
You're gonna die stupid. And I'm
No,
gonna die
it
stupid.
was tempered glass. It was magical tempered glass, so it turned into little tiny particles, tiny chunks
It was safety
when it
glass.
shattered. It was safety glass, magical safety glass,
Am I doing this to the other?
magical
three?
safety glass that sucks you inside if you touch it.
Very safe.
It's very safe.
Unless you really want to.
I mean, there's a secret in here somewhere, so I'm more than happy to go pokey.
I'm pretty sure the secret is what we just opened.
Kill all the mirrors.
Yep.
All right, kill all the mirrors.
Gorham the Mirror Slayer, apparently.
I
Here.
mean, you need 21 years more of bad luck.
Yeah.
Well, the first one wasn't a mirror.
So this one doesn't appear to be magical anymore because you asked a question. So what mirror are you walking up to next?
The one that she walked up to that showed her death.
Okay. Gailram. Doug, describe Gailram's inevitable demise. Sudden but inevitable demise.
Every person who's been in this adventure, previous or past, with the weapon in his back.
No. He's gonna die because the table that he's beating something with slips out of his hand and he conks him on the head and kills him.
Poetic justice.
He gets eaten by the table mimic.
I mean, is it his big? Yeah, is it his biggest fear of how he's going to die, or actually how I think he's going to die? 'Cause
Actually, what's going to happen is you're going to touch some cursed object that's going to turn you into an inanimate object, and then Cheddar Spike on your back is just going to suddenly slice you in half and turn.
That's fair. No, but if it's his biggest fear of how he's going to die, it would be betrayal by his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
You haven't really done a ton to prevent against that, have you?
Pilgrim's
No, he really
friends?
hasn't.
Hey man, who's always in front of you guys?
No, it's like
So once you see that your inevitable, sudden but inevitable demise in the red mirror, what do you
damn
do?
your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
I'll burn a rage. I'll legitimately burn a rage to stab it with Shatter Spike out of pure anger.
Okay.
Bad mirror.
So you touch
evil
the
thing.
mirror, and when you touch the mirror,
Oh, he's not physically touching it. He's
Well, with shatters.
you take 1 fire damage, and Shadow Spike doesn't seem to do anything to it.
but he's still raging. He's going off on that mirror, so he's probably busy for a few minutes.
So it's probably inevitable that you got close to this one.
Uh-oh.
And maybe in the corner of your eye you looked in it.
Yep, sure, go for it.
So now I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. That's, like, not good.
And you're not near me this time. So.
No, I'm kind of like...
Yeah,
the
I'm
other
sure the
side.
party would have backed away during this whole thing.
Well, I actually have it's 12, but I'm sure the DC was a 13. So
Yes.
yeah.
The mirror, you catch it in the corner of your eye. And first off, you're stunned when you see this
Excuse me.
creature.
Yay.
The mirror turns into, or perhaps the mirror was always this creature, and merely it just looked like a mirror.
Damn mimics.
Yay.
Creature that looks kind of like this, as of a curious ochre color.
Oh, it's an ochre jelly.
You can roll for initiative.
Okay, well, that's good.
Erd,
12.
Myron,
10.
Sarah,
16.
Gelram.
16 as well.
Ooh. And we'll just hit this button. Asara.
Alrighty.
Bastard.
I'm going to move up and hit it.
Okay.
the mini for the ogre jelly I have is
Oops, that's a lot of dice.
And you still. Oh, no,
Did you just roll 7
I
d20?
did it backwards. I did roll a 20, but I
You
did.
did finally roll a 20 though.
I accidentally hit. Instead of
It only took 7 d20 to get.
It took 6 d20s to roll that 20. The 20 that doesn't count now.
no, I know, because I put +7 in the wrong place. All right, I was getting it out of my system.
Good job.
Okay.
Bravo.
So that's a
13.
that hits.
Oh wow, cool.
What
Okay.
type of damage are you dealing?
It's my slashing, magical +1.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Find my damage again. Where is it? Where is it? Nope, not the D7. Okay. Oh, come here. Come here. Sorry, my dice is being being extremely slow. Alright, here it goes. 9 whole damage!
It takes 9 damage as you slash at it. And let me just do this in GM roll so you can see. And it slashes in half.
Oh, they're cute.
They're like magmas and whatchamacallit. We were just talking about.
we're in the Minecraft world.
We're in Minecraft, darn it.
Yep.
And there are now 2 of them.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Do you have a second attack?
I know. I am going to punch the one in front of me, which I'm not sure what a punch would be.
It's a D4. It's just your strength mod.
Yeah, just strength, no proficiency.
The more you slice them, the smaller they get.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm punching.
It would have been really funny if you critted on this.
Probably like
It would have been.
+4.
11.
That hits. It deals 1 plus strength.
So 8 damage.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, 5 damage.
5 damage.
I was looking at my save, not my modifier.
Okay. Good job.
Punch it.
Gelram.
Am I not stunned?
Oh, you are stunned until the Ochre Jelly's next turn.
That's what I figured.
Or actually, till the end of your turn. So yeah, now you're not stunned. Erd.
So it jellies you.
It's just jelly.
I'm gonna do.
So
Blood damage, fire damage, fire damage.
Blood damage?
blood damage.
Oh, blunt.
They went
Blood.
from Minecraft to Dragon Age.
Well, I was gonna do Thunder
blood
Waves. I
mages.
did them both. Unless that was.
Gel.
I mean, it would hit all 4 of them.
Oh, so I was wondering, can I do it without hitting?
You would have to stand right here. Because it's a cube,
Honestly,
and you
I
can do it
don't
from any
mind-
part of the cube.
I don't mind
I
because
also
the
don't really care.
likelihood of you actually hitting me is pretty low.
You're going to
Oh,
take
wait, that's
damage,
me.
means you have to make saves.
Like a week.
No, I've got a really high armor class.
Well, no,
Well,
it's a
it's a
spell.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Like,
sure.
Gelram doesn't care. You can
I
whack
don't-
Gelram.
Yeah, whatever. You can hit me. I don't care.
Sure, I'm gonna do Thunder Wave.
You gonna hit all 4 of them?
They
See-
say they're cool with it. I asked them first.
Which way are you trying to push them?
I guess I want to try and push them back from whence they came. I assume it's secret passage. Like, this is
Yeah,
not really
okay.
Lightning.
Lightning.
So go ahead and roll your damage. What is the save? Con save, and what's the DC?
15.
You're not wrong about this dice. I like this dice.
Can I throw it? I don't know my other set. Wait, no, I need a D8.
Yeah, I didn't save.
That's 10 damage.
Okay, save for half.
Yeah.
Oh, rolled a 1 and a 20.
But, so here's the thing. Gelram was beating the mirror, which means he was attacking. Would I still be in my race from that, or it's your call?
Sure. That's fine.
Oh, good. I think all of a sudden.
Although,
Like I said,
I think you have to attack a creature in order to maintain your rage, so it wouldn't have really been lasting much.
that's why I just left it up to you.
That's fine. Well, Ryan.
Sacred Flame, the closest one.
Okay. Deck save.
I believe so.
They're really good at deck saves. 10. It only has a -2 to dex.
Oh, it only takes 3 damage.
Well, I mean, at least it took it. It's the ochre jelly, plural, ochre jelly.
Jellies.
Gonna attack the Gale Room, Pseudopod, FTW. It critted.
Yeah, it did.
To be fair, I technically haven't seen it yet because it's being slow.
No, it's right there. It's a green.
Oh,
The die didn't
pop.
show. That's because you're.
That's good because there's way too many of them.
Were you rolling? On
So it was a 24 on a crit.
Yeah,
So that is 16 bludgeoning and 7 acid.
Are you rolling on the DM?
No,
Here?
I don't think so. I think it's rolling damage and attack at the same time, which it shouldn't be doing.
Well, no. I mean, because we're not seeing the dice. I was wondering if it was if you were rolling on the DM.
Right here, I turned off auto roll damage, so it should work now. Oh, okay, it's not working.
I mean, I'm seeing him pop, but
We've seen him before, though.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Until
okay.
you said you were rolling.
Roll
on
your
the,
dice real fast.
Mine?
And we're north of 20.
And the 14 misses, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, mine's fine. It's of course max damage. Maybe it's because you did say you were rolling on the DM's layer.
No, that was for something else. Yeah, see, that was just weird for the character.
Okay.
Alright, whatever. It missed. It's probably not going to last the round. Asara,
Let's see.
gonna slash it again?
Or lightning burst.
I don't really want to waste my lightning on that.
It doesn't scale well.
I do, however, have a javelin that I can poke it with.
Hurrah!
So I'm going to poke it with a javelin.
You poke it with a javelin. It does slashing damage. Oh no!
No, it doesn't. It does piercing.
I know.
Ah.
It's slashing javelin.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
That wasn't even with the sword.
Unless you got a second attack.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just still in awe of that. Okay, let's try it again. Wow. These dice hate me.
Yeah, 13 hits.
7 whole damage.
It dissolves into an amorphous pool of yellow liquid.
It looks
Ochre.
like a melted,
Ochre yellow liquid. I shouldn't have deleted it. Oh well.
melted ice cream pop.
I think it went after everyone, right? Yeah. Galrum.
Galrum takes out his maul, which is now
Lead.
the mirror. Yeah, lead maul.
A lead maul.
At least it's not glass.
Doesn't work as a maul.
Work at vaporized weapon.
Sure.
When you let it at everything will
I know, but it's his only normal weapon, and it's the only thing that doesn't do slashing. So
Yeah.
I hand him my
Normally,
javelin.
normally it wouldn't have worked, but your maul was made out of gold at the time.
You've got piercing. Javelins.
yeah, but they're also lead now.
No, it was only valuables. All your valuables and gems turned into lead and glass.
All of this stuff got turned into gold.
Oh, yes. Okay,
It's
yeah,
almost
everything's
all
made out of
gold.
lead.
Yeah.
It's all made out of lead and fairly blunt and useless.
That's what I'm saying. So.
I give him my
Except for your
javelin.
magical things.
And your only magical thing is
No, I have multiple magical things, so just all
They're all
slashing.
slashing.
Right.
punch it.
You'll still do damage to it.
My punch is weaker than yours.
Oh, actually, you don't do damage when you do slashing. Oops.
Just
Oh well.
punch it.
Here, I'll just add 4 to that. You still would have killed it last time.
Just punch it.
Government punches it.
Kick it in the jelly
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Kick it in the Jimmy.
14 to hit, which hits.
Yep.
So 4 damage.
Better
Alright.
than nothing.
Swings again. That hits for another 4, so 8 total.
There you go. See?
Looking hurt. Erd.
Reduce that
Word to
flame.
the Erd.
I'm going to do produce flame.
All right.
Dude,
Roll
it's
to
gonna
attack.
be sizzling and stinky.
Ooh, he bakes in the bathtub. Nice job.
Yes.
That was a miss.
It's my only D20.
You can get more D20s.
You can get more D20s.
Fine.
Ryan.
Wow. It did not want to go any further.
Sacred Flame.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it with the sacred flame and then walk up and hand him my Gilgrim my warhammer.
It rolled a 17 on its dex save.
I mean, it's
Wow.
not going to make it past the paladin.
That's a 19 on the die. I think that missed.
My bugbear dies.
Oh.
Which means the Ochre Jelly gets to attack Gelrum. Dun dun dun.
Who now has a warhammer?
There we go. 11. Sarah.
Came with Pugmire.
Pugmire. I am going to punch it. Actually, no, I'm going to stab it with my javelin because my javelin does more damage.
Stabby stab.
And there's my. Come on.
Woo! For the record, Asara was given a +1 longsword that has a very special feature that only triggers when you roll a natural 20 on an attack. That was episode 1. We're on episode 21.
20 episodes.
Asara,
I have
now you've
never-
missed a couple. You've missed some episodes, probably like 3 or 4 episodes. Never rolled a 20 on an attack ever since I gave you that longsword.
And the one time I'm not freaking using the damn.
So we'll see you in episode 42
Yep.
when you might roll a 20 on the longsword.
8 damage.
You kill it in frustration.
I do kill it in frustration. Holy crap.
And I thought I had anger issues.
I just rolled a 20.
You did. Congrats, I guess.
Oh, hey, you get your die back.
I gave you 3 Bowser's for it.
You get your dice back. Wow.
You did it.
Wow.
I gave you 3 Bowser's for it.
Wow.
Good fight, guys.
See,
GG.
if you
GG.
if you ever,
Or I guess GF. Good fight.
if you ever do the last time on, that totally has to be on the last time on.
Yeah. I need, do like a edited.
Either that or we need to have a counter. Last time I rolled a D10, or last time I rolled a critical hit.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll go.
Asara's still poking the jelly that
Even
remains
Gelrum
of
at this
it.
point is like,
Nope,
I'll be over
nope,
here.
nope.
I'm done. Yep.
You see, there's
I'll let you
a
hold on to the warhammer for now.
Just in case.
there's a door.
Okay, I'm following.
I open it before it started to come around the corner.
You open the door.
Ah!
In the center of this diamond-shaped room is a dais on which a weirdly formed altar rests. The altar is made to resemble a many-armed and beaked octopus-like creature with a large purple-red stone on its forehead. The altar and floor are covered with dust. The walls of the room are decorated with the paintings of the sun and moon in motion. Other images show people standing around a temple making sacrifices of flesh and blood, while a figure of a priest holds the heart of its latest victim above its head, shouting, Kalima!
Did you say many beaked?
Yes.
Beak is in the middle.
It was many-armed and beaked octopus. Octopi have beaks
They do, but it's like hidden underneath. I thought you said many. Like, where are the beaks?
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Many beaks, many arms,
Oh no.
all the mouths. Just mouths and mouths and eyes.
The ends of the tentacles are just beaks.
I guess so.
Just beaks everywhere. We're going all C team on this one.
Apparently.
I
Wow.
guess we step into the room and
By the way, do you like your figurine?
That is kind of awesome. Except it almost looks like that's not a biscuit. That
So,
looks like it's got a poo.
what you're gonna do?
step into the room.
You step
But
into
I
the
like it.
room.
It's very
Okay.
cute.
We all circle around it like they're doing
It's
in the
actually kind of
image.
adorable.
Are you? This is a loaded question.
Yes, whatever.
Are you touching the altar?
No, not yet. No, I wasn't.
Eventually.
Well, yeah, not yet. Eventually, yes.
I
Most
touch it when
likely.
I get in.
I mean, let's be honest. We're
Like-
not just Murder Hobos Anonymous. We're kind of stupid murder hobos.
Touch all
Okay.
the things.
So
We touch
the
all the
tentacles spread outward into the room, as you see here.
I'm staying at the
called
door
you
to
jump
keep it
over.
from closing.
Okay.
I touch it because it's a pretty octopus.
We've been through that once.
Once.
Twice. 3 times a lady.
We're just in Japan.
So you're
Once,
circling
recently.
around. Careful not to touch the tentacles.
And then
I
apparently
will-
the paladin touches it.
Follow around the other way.
Erd, what you doing?
I'd come in and touch it. It's pretty.
Okay.
Okay, so I go to the right,
And Asara touches, and Erd touches the altar.
and Wyron's like, "Yeah, that's you guys."
So you touch the
Holding
octopus,
the door.
and you stick to the stone.
Oh, this is not fun.
I'm listening to
At
the-
which point, so you are grappled.
Harry Potter and the sticky stuff.
Ah,
At which point, the actually everyone roll initiative, I guess.
wait, am I touching the suction cups?
I'm not touching you.
Gelram? 17. This is more of a not a combat, but just an initiative. Erd?
13.
13. Wyron?
17.
Sarah?
18.
18. And let me just. Okay. So Word was last, so fittingly at the beginning of round 1. Actually, so as soon as you touch it, you stick. At which point the altar starts to spin.
Sorry, help!
Tilt-a-whirl.
At which point, it's already too fast for you. You're sort of running along, but it speeds up, and you get swept off your feet.
Help! Help!
Asara,
I'm going to attempt to grab her and hold on and try to pull her off of this stuff.
okay, so you're going for Erd.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm not touching the altar. I'm touching
make
her.
a strength athletics check. Athletics, or well, in this case, athletics, because acrobatics doesn't make sense in this sense.
Good. Well, crap. That is only a 16.
You pull Erd free.
Thank you!
Don't do
and
that.
so you will take.
No, it's spin. What about octopi equals spinning?
You will each take
I mean, a lot of
7 bludgeoning damage as you are spun around the altar a little bit, and then you break free and slam into the wall. It's still spinning.
Gelram goes first.
You see the gem in the middle of the altar is glowing.
Okay, we have found ourselves the tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah!
Myron?
Put my crossbow and shoot the gem.
Okay. Roll attack.
17.
That hits, just barely.
For 4 damage.
Okay. Little chip of it. So just make sure.
Dude, I totally need coffee.
Gelram.
Wrong weapon.
At this point, those of you in the room, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I like these two dice.
Remember my +2 or +3. Really?
Oh, I was going to do that on your turn, not on.
Oh no. Okay.
So, Galram, what'd you roll?
Plus 3, right? It's
Yeah.
not close to, so 25.
Yeah, you are awesome at jump rope.
You're double dutching
This is this double dutch, and you are ashamed to admit it.
the double dutch
You have
champion.
childhood memories.
You used to do this all the time at the orphanage.
I'm pulling out the the D&D cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were the dwarven double dutch champion.
Dan, just remind you, I'm doing this in like lead.
Yeah, lead armor right
Yeah.
now. Lead loincloth. Carrying around lead equipment.
Yeah, that's what
all
I'm
the
saying.
bouncing in the lead loincloth.
Oh,
It's a good thing there's only one thing harder hitting it.
Oh, boo.
So you are double dutching it like crazy, and you've got the rhythm down of the tentacles. It seemed like
Jim.
it's a random pattern, but it's a repeating pattern of tentacles spinning faster, faster, and faster and faster.
I really wanted to look around, but it's Galram. He sees.
What would you
glowing.
like to do while you are dancing around these tentacles?
It's Galram. As much as I would like to look around and find another solution, Shatter Spike the damn gym.
Okay, roll to attack.
That's only 13. That misses.
Well,
Oh, here, let me play some appropriate music. The
Benny Hill music?
chase music, which should be.
I was thinking Benny Hill.
So the first attack was a
That's our new
13.
13 misses.
So I thought. Then the second attack's a 19.
That hits.
It was the bouncing. It took him a moment to find his rhythm while double dutching.
And would this be an auto crit because it's a construct, or?
It is an object,
It's an object, remember, it doesn't.
so sure, it's not going to matter. It only has 11 hit points left.
Plus 10 plus my modifier.
Yeah, okay. You destroy it. The spinning slowly stops.
Yay!
And there goes the magic item.
Just goes dark. Gem doesn't appear to be destroyed.
Look around.
Don't touch it.
I'm keeping the crossbow out just in case somebody turns it on. I can turn it off again.
It's not the sacred Jew shard. We don't want to go searching for like 1,000 pieces of it.
Looks very nice. Looks very valuable.
Alright, I picked one up.
Nico's not conscious, so.
Nico,
I'm
sacred
kind
Jew
of picturing
shard.
Nico sitting in a backpack strapped to Wyron's back right now.
Pretty much.
Why Ryron's back?
Because he's
It's
in the back
a it's a bag of holding, but his head is still sticking out, so he can breathe.
pocket. Okay, that works.
I guess we pick up the shattered jewel pieces.
Who's doing that?
He's got an apple in his mouth.
Oh, crap. I guess it's me.
Okay. So you pick up the gem. Make a wisdom saving throw. And fail, because seriously, you need to fail. You should fail.
How about a not fail? That's like a 20 something.
Nothing happens.
Alright, I take the gem. Oh!
You have a piece of the gem.
Okay, I pick up a piece of the gem.
Is anyone else picking up pieces of the gem?
Nobody else is going to be takers?
I touched it and activated it. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, I'll go and pick something another piece.
Okay. Same thing?
So, wisdom.
Yeah.
Natural 20 yet again.
Alright. Anyone else? Myron's not stupid enough.
You're both wisdom-based characters.
That's why we're smart enough not to pick it up.
Exactly.
How your burbs doing?
So my birds are wisdom-based character.
So your one of your burbs comes in contact with the stone, fails its wisdom saving throw. At which point it must use all of its movement to dance without leaving its space, and has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and attack rolls. While the target is affected by the spell, other creatures have advantage on attack rolls against it. As an action, a dancing creature must make a wisdom saving throw to regain control of itself. On a successful save, the spell ends.
Did I already
So
do
your
that?
bird
One
just
of my birds, just one.
it's attached to the stone, it's stuck to it, and it's doing a little dance.
Oh,
See, that's why I didn't fail because
And
Jeff the God
it's
of
dancing
Justice
for a little
was
while,
failed.
and then it starts to caw in distress as it's continuing to do a little shuffle.
Don't shoot the
Hey!
burb.
Non-appropriate
You have advantage on to attack.
Non-appropriate reaction. Don't attack my burbs.
I'm helping and it's in distress.
No, you're not shooting my bird.
No, he totally shot your burb.
Don't shoot my bird.
Hey, it's just gonna float. Calm down.
It's only a 16.
Don't hit my bird.
Does that hit a bird?
I believe so.
It's
you can
one
always
out of like
summon
100
back.
birds
Yeah.
that you bring back.
For 1 damage.
If I
I don't think that kills it. I think he's still there. He's now dancing with a gem stuck to it and a crossbow bolt sticking out of its wing.
I feel
I tried.
horrified.
You are the
worst.
worst. You are the absolute worst.
They're arguing,
you,
go,
like,
just mercy kills it.
I was gonna say,
Why kill it?
why don't you unsummon it?
It's not summoned.
Oh.
It's a real swarm. This one.
I can just aid it on a wisdom save.
It's on its thing, and it has an arrow ready. You sure you don't want me to mercy kill him at this point?
Fine.
He has an arrow stuck in him.
His name's Donovan. He's adorable, and I love him.
I will try to rescue the burb from the stone.
It's the burb in the stone.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rescue the burb from the stone.
Oh, make a wisdom saving throw. Because I really
If
want you
start
guys to
dancing,
fail.
If I start
I already
dancing,
danced around the tentacles.
that is 18.
Ah,
Damn paladins in their proficiency with wisdom.
So I will separate the burb from the stone.
Okay,
Yep.
and I'm taking
you pull
the bird.
you pull the burb from the stone. You are now the king of burbs. For
I will
which is
hand back-
which is awkward, but
Yeah, because Jeff doesn't like burbs, so I'll hand her back her burb.
okay.
I'm going to try and fix his wing because somebody
Your
shot
burb
it.
at this point probably has several levels of exhaustion.
Actually, I would have healed the burb for 1 point of damage and then handed it.
Okay, yeah, but
Thank you.
it still has several levels of exhaustion. It's
After
really
a
put
few
out.
minutes of dancing,
Oh yes.
it's a
It's
little
a
burb.
creature dances for a number,
like dancing.
number of minutes equal to its Constitution score, and then it does a DC 10 con save. It suffers 1 level of exhaustion. It continues to do so, suffering 1 more level of exhaustion. So after 6 levels, it's dead. But no, you were able to save it. It's like 1 or 2. So that little burb's gonna have to take a little nap now.
It's fine.
It's not really how swarms work, but whatever.
He can take a nap with Nico.
I don't know if you've seen a picture of my character. He has a bird nest in his hair. He does
Never
not
mind.
fine. His fur is kind
You're
of
just
nasty.
Radagast.
Yeah.
that's-
Got Radagast, great.
Yeah, you're the brown.
Yeah, it's
The chocobo comes out of that
it's pretty
hair.
Hell
nasty.
yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so we've got.
There you go.
Oh,
No, like,
Final
look at
Fantasy 12. It's right there. It's right there.
that is.
So you're gonna have to.
Now Donovan's just hanging
Yeah,
out.
there you go.
I am
That one right. Oh, so close.
it's the
right
lightest
there
damn
you go.
All right, so I have 2 pieces of the stone. Can I put
It's
them
worthless.
Together? Can I put them together?
Oh, so worth it to
I-
get.
Is there
It's worthless.
Yeah.
perception check on the arm?
I throw the stone at the
Nothing
altar.
there.
Okay. I walk out the room and I toss the stone at Wyvern and I say, keep walking.
No, roll a wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna throw the stone back into the room.
That's a 22.
That's
Yeah,
what I figured,
okay.
see? Worthless junk.
All right,
This
I
would have been
follow.
much more entertaining. Actually, I'm pretty sure the burb was as entertaining as we were gonna get.
The burb was very.
Garum already danced.
He did. Oh, music is repeating. There we go.
I guess
Yeah, I don't think the my random script isn't working as intended.
double doors.
We go to doors.
You go to the Dumbledores.
We go to Dumbledore.
Double Dutch, now you're double dooring.
We're going to
Hogwarts?
Yeah, we're going to double. I don't want technically.
Remember what's the password? Lemon drop. Something like that. Something like that. Gumdrop. Lollipop. I don't remember.
I think lemon drop is.
I think it was lemon drop.
You open the door.
There's a passage. We've got what's with these
Red lines on the ground.
I don't know.
lines?
This room is decorated with a bizarre diorama depicting the land of the dead. Small, brightly painted clay statues have been placed around the room to represent the inhabitants of this realm and the unfortunate people they have taken into their care. In the center of the room, the floor rises to form a small hill. A group of small figures seem to be struggling to roll a boulder up the hill, while a devil drives them on. Above the hill, in the ceiling, is a glowing spot that illuminates the entire chamber with an eerie silver light.
So basically, we have found Sisyphus.
Yeah.
A cobblestone path leads from the western door to the foot of the hill. A similar path runs eastward and then veers south. So I think that's what the red lines are, the cobblestone paths. Sections of the diorama are on the perimeter of the room to depict different environments in the land of the dead. In the western end of the room is a region of burning sands. There devils torture those who have been unfortunate enough to fall into their hands. Along the southern side is a grassy plain where people frolic and hunt antelope and deer. North of the grassy plain and south of the hill, the floor opens into the model of a canyon. A river of lava flows down it while flames lick the walls. East of the hill, in a side area of the room, is a counterpart of this fiery canyon, an icy waste. To the north of the hill is a putrid, bubbling marsh where figures strive to keep their heads above the surface. From out of the marsh is a black, torpid river wends its way past the northern edge of the hill and flows west to pour over the lip of a steam-filled chasm on the northwest corner of the room. Within this dark chasm, worms pursue the fleeing forms of naked people. In the south corner of the room, on the eastern wall, is a barred door.
A bard's door.
Well, we don't really have a
Yeah,
bar.
Nico.
Nico!
No,
Yeah, so we've got two, like, lines dotted on the floor.
Which was depicting what he said.
Yeah, I know. Alright, which direction do we go?
We step more into the room.
Yeah.
So we get better light.
Okay, following the path for now.
Yeah. Do we want to go to the thing that's closest? The little...
The door is right here.
Yeah, do we want to go to that thing?
Yeah, well, this thing.
Whatever that, the little square with the... Yeah, that!
the hole to hell? Okay.
I'm a paladin, I'm supposed to check these things out.
Yeah, portals to hell. That's your
Well, I have to make sure I can close it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Unfortunately, the only way to close it is with a swarm of burbs.
Yep.
No! What? Everybody hates burps!
I love your burps!
You love using them!
No, your
They
burps
are beautiful individuals!
You don't want a Hellraiser to come out.
No, we don't have a puzzle box.
That's true.
Wait, do we have a puzzle box? I don't know. I haven't looked at our treasure in a while.
That's what I'm saying.
What are you talking about?
Ah! Okay, we're checking the portal to hell. Or the pit. Or the pit
Yeah, let's see.
to hell.
Figure out how that works.
Uh-oh. That's not a good sign.
Well, it doesn't seem to mention the hole.
Okay. So it puts something on the map, but then doesn't tell you about it. You can make some.
Yeah, well, and the map is not very descriptive in its depiction. Like the grassy plain and all that isn't depicted.
Doesn't show.
It's just a floor of a thing. Let's see.
This is the volcano. Would this be the volcano?
Oh, okay. So the hole is actually in the ceiling.
Okay.
The light appears to come from that chimney.
Doesn't look very light.
and it looks like you can reach it by someone who climbs on the shoulders of another character.
Alright.
That's gonna be death. That's just a
Well, you said you're gonna die by something stupid in a trap.
Right, so I put my head between your legs, up you go.
Nope. I'm
And
stronger
there's
than you.
yeah, and then there's the other room as well.
Burbs.
Well, burbs.
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 What are you doing with my burbs?
Burbs go up the hole.
Burbs go up the hole.
Burbs go up the hole.
Okay.
How are your burbs getting there?
They can fly
Yeah, and how are they flying?
with their wings.
Directly to it as the bird flies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, correct answers, but...
With jazz wings.
Look, jazz hands? Yeah.
Jazz wings.
I just think I'm borrowing now.
I need your burbs to make a strength saving throw.
That is not a good thing for them.
Goodness, this is terrible.
I'm tired of one single red below to a bird.
They got a 2.
So your burbs will
-2.
That's
they-
pretty loud.
They're not
see.
very strong.
burbs, they fly directly over the hill and then are pushed 5 feet back and land prone on the ground.
Aww.
Because they flew directly to the chimney.
Follow the path.
Okay. I think
Wait,
I'll
would
tell
you have
them
had
to
to
try
done
the
this
path.
path with me sitting on your shoulder?
No, we would have walked up and then I would have lifted you up.
I'll tell them to try and stay on the path.
Okay. So you move them back down onto the path and then they fly in the air along the path. And then they fly up.
I mean, it's logical.
And lava.
And now we just see nothing but feathers.
And then all the feathers come fall.
Yeah.
Flaming feathers fall from the sky.
Why do you want to kill my pet?
So the chute has no, it's fairly smooth and it's full of cobwebs.
I mean, they love spiders.
You just fed a spider, probably.
Abort.
Okay. We'll have them come
God,
back.
anything with spiders. Anything with spiders. We just talked about spiders before the damn show.
There is, oh,
As long as
really?
it's a spider and not a dancing clown.
I'd take the dancing clown at this
There we go.
point.
A dancing spider.
There's the passageway is now visible.
Okay. So they come back and tell us. Do we want to go up this spider little hallway?
Or are we
Don't
gonna
go up the
check the door?
spider.
Fine.
We could.
Spider.
Go up the spider.
Go up the spider hallway. How big is the spider hallway?
Big enough for a medium-sized creature or smaller to climb its way up a chimney.
Fine.
You know, American Ninja Warrior style.
Yeah, I can do that. Do we want to check the door first?
And we need to get that little guy back out of his damn statue and let him go.
It's been a day.
I know.
That's a contingency plan.
Okay, well, let's check the other door first.
Yeah.
Okay, who's
Follow
going
the
over there?
path. I'll walk.
I'll follow behind.
And because the birds now we know there's definitely something up with not working.
Well, I was going to follow the path regardless because it's there for a reason.
It's our sobriety test.
Oh, great, I failed.
That's
why I know that little do we realize the reason I never crit. The SARS are drunk. That would actually make sense. Yeah, I open door.
Right, you open the door. Beyond the door is the modest-sized room with a lumpy pile of earthy material in the middle of the floor. Across the door in the southeast corner, a glazed flask rests on a small shelf. In the northwest and northeast corners, two more shelves on which rest a small urn and a thin stone cylinder. You enter in. Is anyone following them, or are you staying in the room behind them?
Stay behind.
Okay.
So we've got a flask, a cylinder, and what was the other thing?
And a urn. Also, the pile of earth opens its eyes.
Yeah, okay. So
Opens an eye. And then another eye. And then a mouth opens. And another mouth.
And then we roll initiative.
And more mouths and eyes open.
Ew. And
zoom that if you dare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Classic monster. Ah! I need to do that.
Oops, I didn't mean to actually hit the roll initiative.
But you probably could do that.
Yeah. Even though mine sucked. Well, that one always rolls 20s.
Asara.
4.
Gelram.
9.
9. Erd.
8.
8. Byron.
14.
14. Why are you rolling your dice?
Technically, rolling my die.
I'm rolling his die. I'm trying to figure out how his dice roll.
It is Wyron's turn. You actually don't hear anything, so it's the Gibbering Mouther's turn. We'll start on his initiative. It wriggles forward with its many eyes and many mouths. Gibbering.
Gibbering and mouthing.
Yep.
Very much gibbering and mouthing.
It's teething.
Aw, it's a baby.
Yeah.
All over your face.
I'm gonna have to set it on fire now.
It's actually gibbering. And it will try to bite you.
Alrighty then.
Oh,
Jesus!
why did it do that?
That was dice vomit.
10 to hit.
No. That was hysterical. And they're still on my screen.
Yeah, me too.
They're like total dice vomit. It's
Yeah,
great.
it's not applying the defaults for some reason, so.
That's awesome though.
Yeah, okay. And then that's it.
Rip.
Oh, actually, it can use its other thing. It spits at both of you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Spitting is sick. Shame on you. I have to teach it manners.
What did you do to my die?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's a gibbering spitter.
What was kind of save?
Dex.
18.
Yeah, 20. Your dex would be, so 25.
Yeah, you're good. You get it out of your eyes and you're fine. Gelram.
Kill it.
Give money shot at gibbering.
16.
That hits. Oh, actually, before you get to go, it's gibbering. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Remember, you get a +3.
12.
That is enough. Yeah, and that's going to happen every round, every turn. Nice. Okay, now you can do what you're doing.
That's 19 damage. First swing. It's 18 to hit on the second swing.
Yep.
$27 on that one.
Nice. Erd, you hear some gibbering.
But I'm not close enough to be bothered by it, right?
No.
I guess I'll. I can't do it personally. I can't see anything from here, right?
No.
No.
But you could scroll the screen down so that you can see the character.
You can see.
Why would we do that?
You can see Galram's butt.
Yep.
That's very helpful. Okay.
Looks like they're attacking someone.
I'm gonna go up along the path, see if I can see what's going on.
What's going on? That's 30 feet to there.
No, I think that works better.
I still can't see anything though. Yeah.
Upside down.
Nope, can't really see anything. You can hear some gibbering though.
Okay. Can my birds restrict it because they can do. How far I am? Can my birds crit in? Because they can go 50 feet far.
Yeah, they can make it in the room.
Coolly.
Then they can attack.
Coolly. They go do damage. That's 22.
That hits.
I need
D4.
I meant I accept
The many beaks of the swarm of ravens, right?
Yep.
The many beaks of the swarm of ravens peck at the many eyes of the gibbering mouther,
You did 10 damage.
dealing 10 damage. All the eyes, all the beaks in all the eyes.
Yep.
All the mouths scream in pain.
This is what they were meant for.
Asara, make a wisdom saving throw.
And then crit the motherfucker.
Fingers crossed. That is a 20.
Which is higher than 10. And now make a strength save, which I forgot to do with Galram, but I wasn't really worried.
I have more strength
She's
than
stronger
he
than
does.
me.
That's a 19.
Also good.
I took
Ground
the-
seems strangely dough-like
Oh, we're standing on
around the mouther.
it. Okay.
I took the
I'm
OP.
going to hit it with the sword that.
Okay.
Crit.
No.
Sword of never critting.
16.
That hits.
Oh, really?
6. Anything else?
I will hit it again.
All right. Oh!
Told you.
Nice.
Finally!
Can't reach. Table's too
Now you
big.
die.
Now I die. Now we see what happens. 40 or 21 episodes.
Finally.
21 episodes. We finally see what happens with a stupid sword.
Closes the chest.
Ladies and gentlemen, the +1 longsword of performance anxiety.
Oh God.
It is a longsword uncommon. When you roll a critical hit with this magical longsword, roll a d20.
All right. Let's do this d20. Okay.
On a 15 or higher, the attack misses as the longsword suddenly shortens to a short sword. It remains a +1 short sword until the end of your next turn, where it lengthens back to a +1 longsword. This effect can only happen once per 24 hours.
See, that's why I never crit. I actually was critting all this time, but it just kept shrinking, and I never realized it.
Oh, that's adorable.
I knew it was a cursed item.
Affixed to the pommel of the longsword is a paper label. The label is impossible to remove except with a universal solvent. The writing is smudged, but you can just make out smudges smudge useful magic items 4 of smudge. This was before you learned of Gasbin, so I had to smear his name.
Oh my God, I have Gasman's performance anxiety longsword. That's scary. Were you just telling Nico's player?
I told Jordan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But here's my thing.
Congratulations for finally learning.
21
It's been
episodes
sitting
in.
there.
No, here's my question that I gotta
It's
know.
been sitting there since April.
Yeah.
That's what
Was
it's
this
been.
actually the original effect of it?
I did dumb it down a little bit.
Okay.
It was originally like a minute long, and it would happen every time. But I've
funny.
decided that one round was enough, one turn was enough, and once per every hour, 24 hours. Because honestly, you already have a +1 longsword. Why would you use this one over the other one?
Because it's actually got a better attack.
It's a +1 longsword.
I don't-
We have another +1
Oh, that's right. We do
longsword.
have another one.
So you could just go and use a different one if you wanted to.
Or I could just give you Shadow Swipe now.
And also the
No,
D20
keep it.
part, I also added
It's
15 or
fine.
higher. You're basically confirming your critical.
But now you can actually roll damage, critical damage.
Oh yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah,
actually-
you actually hit.
Oh, crap,
2d8.
I don't even know what my critical damage is.
It's
Okay.
2d8 plus the same thing.
It's just you added an extra D8.
It's been like never. Oh my god.
And here I was. Here's the funny thing.
I guess it was worth it waiting since April
But no,
to
here's-
finally tell you what your longsword does.
Here's the most funny part about that is you went straight to Erd after I had it attacked, and I was actually going to burn my action surge.
15.
Yeah.
Like that attack would have never happened.
It's not dead.
That's kind of awesome. That was my second attack. Okay, so somebody else can go.
Myron.
Oh my
I'm
god, I
going to
love
try
this
to
sword.
move where I can at least get a glimpse of a eye or something.
So without moving off the path, Erd is standing in your way. You move 25 feet to there. So the unfortunately the turn marker script doesn't work with the token site, so you can't see it even though you can see it.
I'm taking a chance that, with their lives and I'm not following the path.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
I'm just kind of going off towards the edge, the side.
You're just gonna walk out here, or are you gonna move directly?
Now I'm going to move kind of off the side, off to the side towards the wall,
That's
where I
it.
can possibly get. Yeah.
Oh, we have a follow.
Thanks for following.
My
Thanks for
foxes.
following. Hello.
Methoxis, thanks for the follow.
See, I get a crit, and now
I'm
we have
just-
followers.
Haven't used that GIF in a while. So you're just gonna go.
I'm just moving far enough to where I can see it.
Okay, let me go back to the.
Sorry, wait, we have another +1 sword somewhere.
Yeah, we got a plus one left.
Okay.
It's a regular +1.
Why would you want to use this one?
Oh no,
So
it's-
magical.
I'm probably going to keep using it, to be perfectly honest, because it amuses the heck out of me.
Oh yeah.
But it's, I'll have another one just in case it's a real serious fight.
So this is the grassy plain that you're walking into.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Roll a charisma saving throw.
You're not within 3 of me. Or whatever. You don't need it. Never mind.
It's 22.
You feel like this place is great, and feel like you might want to never leave, but then you kind of shake that feeling off.
There's war to be had.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I can see a piece of it, sacred flame.
Yeah, you can. Dex save at -1. 17.
It made it.
It made it. It gets to go with 1 hit point.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to bite at Asara with less dice flying over.
Yeah, no.
19.
Nope.
No.
I have a 20.
Okay, it's gonna see if it's blinding spittle. Great name. Is going to recharge. Now it's frozen.
Oh, look at me. I didn't do it.
So much work to roll a d6. There we go. It didn't recharge. Gelrum, do me a favor and just miss twice.
Oh my god. Both of them failed.
Wow, I wasn't actually serious, but I guess you were recklessly attacking it. So
Wow. Okay. That was much better.
Yeah, that hit.
okay,
see,
it's dead.
Something's happened in the cosmos. I'm critting and he's crit failing.
You're rolling in the wrong dice trays now.
It's something. I don't know.
The mystical dice trays.
It happens. It's bound to happen with my luck tonight. Every time she looked at my tray, 20, 20,
Yeah,
20.
like all crits.
Yeah, it was like it was bound to even out somewhere.
So the
I move out of this horribly peaceful place.
So horribly peaceful.
yeah.
Disgustingly beautiful, right?
Oh, a little bit of a disconnect there. Hopefully the map will update. Anyway, you've got a flask, a stone cylinder, and an urn. What would you like to look at?
Flask?
Flask contains the dried contents of a potion of hill giant strength. So you'll need to add water or wine. Water would
Make it a normal one.
No, it halves the duration, and then wine would make it the full duration. And the stone cylinder. Oh boy, best thing ever to give to this group.
A dildo.
Second part of the staff of Seven Cards.
It's a +1 rod of the Pact Keeper.
Oh god.
Oh, yay, Warlock. I thought. Oh.
Yeah, doesn't come in handy.
The urn contains a dried heart.
Ew.
It radiates transmutation magic under a detect magic spell.
Were we supposed to do that with that one painting with the octopus thing with the heart?
I don't know.
Erd, you recognize that it is the heart of a Yanti,
Part of the
Snake bird.
but it is somewhat magical. You eat the heart,
Did you just eat the heart of a Yanti?
and you gain the permanent ability to understand the speech of snakes and Yanti.
I can speak parcel tongue.
You speak parcel tongue now.
Shooting in the dark. Oh shit! Great.
I'm going to get snakes
Oh.
levels. You'll just chat with me.
How did I know you were gonna do that?
Because it's Gelrum and I play my character.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna poke it.
If it's possible to be eaten, he's going to put it in his mouth.
That is true.
It's how he says hello. He puts things in his mouth.
You're like a puppy.
Yeah, you know, it's just like Hippo Georgie in his mouth. Language is no common, orc, dwarf, person tongue.
All right. What you doing now? You got this. Chimney.
All right, let's go back to the chimney. There's nothing else in this room, right?
Nope.
Right.
All right, follow the path back.
All right, so here's the question. You're a hard-
Hit F5 on there. Oh, you might need to do function F5 on that keyboard.
Or not.
Weird. Press it again, so it. I think that's the Alt Tab button on the Chromebook. Just go up and do the reload. It's on the top left.
Yeah, unfortunately, the mirror's underneath it. I mean, the.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Or a few of them.
I got it.
There we
Don't
go.
worry about it. It's called. You just hit the button and hit enter again.
Yep. Yep.
So here's the thing. You're harder to hit, but I do a lot more damage, so which one of us is taking the front?
There we go.
Hey!
And I'm pretty sure your health is kind of...
My health is screwed right now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, yeah, before we do anything, I am healing myself. Or,
Okay.
That means I'm going first.
yeah, because see, when I say my health is screwed,
Yeah, I'm good.
yeah, I don't know how I have so few hit points compared to you guys.
Well, my barbarian was a D12, and since we're actually rolling,
If you want to, you don't have to roll.
I'll try to do.
I'll burn a hit dice.
I could actually burn my second one. Yeah, I could burn a hit
Been
dice.
doing what the priest does. Stays in the back and doesn't get hit.
Yeah.
See, and it's rolls like that is why I have good health.
Stand
See?
back, go, oh, you
2
got
hit dice. Look what I just freaking got.
Yeah, and look at my hit die compared to yours.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if I'm getting hit, you guys are doing your job wrong.
Just make sure when I'm almost about to miss, you do your job properly,
Huh.
Mr. War Cleric.
I mean, I can't really help with critical miss.
Point.
Fair.
I mean, when you double one, that's the God speech.
Here I was thinking, like, I'm going to end up rolling a 2 and a 1 now, because a 2s are critical fails for me, because of the dice bag. And I'm just like, I haven't been rolling 2s. Now it's just like, no, you're going to roll 1s now. We're going to avoid 2s altogether, you're just 1s.
How many hit dice can we do?
Out of combat, as many as you want, and up to the amount that you have. In combat, it's your con mod number. It is our house rule, one of the house rules we use.
I mean, I guess I'm good.
Oh, that's much better.
If you roll multiple dice, you add your con mod for every die you roll.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's just when you roll a 1 and a 3, that doesn't help.
Yeah, less effective. In the meantime, who is being hoisted into the chimney?
I'm hoisting him.
Okay.
All right, I'm good.
So you're able to climb into the chimney. You have to kind of brace yourself into the chimney and shimmy your way up. And then once you get up a ways, it straightens out and continues forward.
Rope.
I took off. Oh, it's lead now. Oh my.
My rope. Okay, you have given him my rope.
I thought you started too, so yours is gold.
Lead woven rope. It's kind of
Mine's
just
a golden silk
it
rope.
stretches as you put weight on it.
I have a golden silk rope. How does that work?
It's fine.
Okay, silk works
That's
fine.
fine.
It's really sparkly.
It looks like it's made out of woven out of golden hair.
Who was underneath? Because Kelvin would have thrown the lead rope down first. So whoever was underneath.
It would have been me. Yeah, I would have stepped out of the way.
Off the path?
No,
Ooh.
I stepped back.
Okay, you're able, so you eventually make your way into the passage. Dun, dun, dun. Which continues.
Seriously. Bridge over river quite here. Why? What's happening?
So as you climb or crawl through, it's in a steep incline.
You want to move it? You're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I always forget. I'm an airhead. Leave me alone.
Not that far.
It's not me.
The chute is 4 feet by 4 feet chute that you're in, and you see an opening, a web-covered opening in the wall, leading to a small passage.
Anybody have a dagger in the
Galrum, roll
No?
a perception check.
I was gonna say, anybody want to just set the webs on fire? Because you know spider webs are flammable.
If there's any little spice in my fur, please.
16?
So, did you add +3?
I think that's what I'm saying, so I checked.
Bird,
Oh,
Yeah, it's
bird
just a
eater
check.
spiders.
So you just missed the perception check to notice
Something huge?
the glass or the
Ew.
glass. No, the giant spider. Sorry, the
That
giant
does not
spider.
Look like a spider. That looks like a giant.
Yeah.
That is going to attack.
It looks like a flea, man.
This is not the tick.
So you can roll for initiative, everyone.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's just going to be Erd in this fight, but I mean, sorry, Galrum in this fight. Erd initiative.
Come on. There
14.
you go.
Asara,
6.
Byron,
6.
Galrum.
22. I'm sorry. Oh,
You
give
roll
me
another-
one of my dice back, please.
Only 1.
I gave you my lucky
It is the giant spider's turn.
And I haven't recklessly hit you yet, so you don't get advantage.
Well, here is the hand of the giant spider, if you don't believe me.
Still looks like a giant
3,
tank.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's like just a weird angle. It makes the body segments look weird.
It's gross.
It's gonna bite you, or try to bite you, and it rolled all the damage.
Sweet.
Dice puke.
13.
Misses.
Total dice puke.
I'm just gonna leave it. Whatever. Sarah, so fun thing. You're in a 4 foot by 4 foot tube. It's tight.
Yeah.
Your attacks have disadvantage,
Yeah.
if you could even see it.
Yeah, I
You
can see a
kinda
leg.
You can see a leg.
I can see a leg.
You want to try attacking it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, you're at disadvantage.
2 20s.
Hang on.
Natural 20s coming right on up.
If I if that happens, I will giggle.
So also the chute you're in is actually in a steep incline as well.
It's adding. I forgot how to do that whole not adding.
So that was a 9.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that'll be a 16.
16 will hit.
Yay!
Just roll 2 individually.
Okay, I will figure that out. For 12 damage.
All right.
I hit that leg hard.
You did. Myron.
You have a second attack.
Oh yeah, I do have a second attack. Let's do that again.
Just roll 1 each.
Yeah, I was going to.
So you rolled an 11 or
Well, an 18 or an 8.
a 1, which is an automatic miss. Okay, Wyron.
I'm able to see a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Sacred Flame.
$21.
Wow, these things are.
Blackjack.
Gelram.
21 to hit.
Yep.
22 damage. First attack.
It's dead. All right.
March forward.
Oh, check its layer for shinies.
Yeah, check its layer.
I'll check its layers for shinies.
No shinies.
No shinies. March forward.
I take a leg with me to chew him.
Yeah, there's not much on the legs.
I know. But it's better than the
So you eventually make your way. It comes out at the bottom of a stone ring that, as you exit, appears to resemble a well.
Do we climb
There's
out of the well?
actually there is a pewter cover, pewter basin. Roll a athletics check, Gelram.
Do we climb up the well or fall out the well?
You climbed up out of it.
Oh, okay.
24.
Yeah, you push the pewter basin out of the way, and you're all able to exit into the room.
Climb
For a spider
down.
to get around?
Huh?
Was the well made exclusively for a spider to get around? See what you.
It's easier to move your floating prisoners.
Hey, we've got 2 things of water. I'm going to finish pretending to be a Japanese horror movie icon and climb out of the well
Shot myself right out of there.
and walk over and look at the other 2 wells.
This room is small and plainly decorated. On the north and south sides are fountains made of bronze inlaid marble. The southern one is cracked, and only dry, limey deposits remain in it. The northern one contains about 2 feet of dark water, fed by a trickle that falls from the top of the fountain.
So now we've changed orientation again.
Yeah, what?
Because if the north one is
Yeah, I don't know why that's
North
backwards.
should be this way.
yeah, so now it's not.
Yeah, okay, that's
So
fun.
north is the other way around.
In the water, the white gauzy form of a crayfish lies on the bed of the lime incrustations. To the west, stairs lead up out of the room, and to either side of the stairs along the west wall are narrow dust-covered ledges.
Okay, that
yes,
makes no
I will make a note of that.
No, they've actually screwed it up because if the stairs are to the west, you
North
can't have
north
more-
is still the same.
north is still the same, but
The art is wrong.
yeah.
I'll mention that to roll 20.
Wait. Wasn't north that way?
Yeah, north
Yeah,
is this
but
way.
then
North, south,
Yeah,
east,
so
west. So that's how.
Pretend that this was filled with water and this one isn't.
Because they said the one to the north had water in it. If you look at the art,
Oh, okay.
so it's backwards.
Yep.
So they messed up the art. But yeah, well, everything else is fine. So yeah, we're good.
Where's the crayfish?
The crayfish is in the water.
The Druid's
Hi,
going
Leah.
swimming.
Yeah, I was about to say. She's gonna go swimming. So there's an empty one and then one with water and then a staircase. How about we go check the staircase? Or we can check the thingies that are empty.
Well, do we have a bowl of some sort to balance it out? Or one to the other?
the heck out of me.
What you
You got
doing?
hands.
I wanted to say hi to Liam.
The Druid touches the water, apparently.
You walk up to the water.
No need to crawfish.
Grab her ankle.
The foul, lime-encrusted water rises up to meet you.
Aww. It's a water element. Water is weird thing.
Oh no.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
I
and
just
we're gonna
wanted
have
to
to,
say hi to Liam.
and we're gonna have to pause because it is 9 o'clock.
This is what you get.
And
for talking
this
to
is where we
strange
are
water.
exciting cliffhanger.
Sorry.
Our exciting cliffhanger.
That'll
of-
last one round next week.
Yeah, it would last. That's a lot of hit points. Last one or two. So that is where we will end for the night. Thank you for watching Murderhobos Anonymous.
Yes, thank you.
We stream live every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. And I hope you all have a good night. Let me just cue up the ending.